What is an appraisal? And what happens if the appraisal comes in low on the home you're trying to sell or purchase? That's what we're talking about today. Hey everyone, I'm Marvin, real estate broker with Night Owl Realty. It's said, a home is only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. And as you can see from the current market that we're in, that's a very true statement. However, as far as the lender is concerned, a home is only worth what it really truly appraises for. So first, let's understand what an appraisal is. An appraisal is an unbiased assessment of what a property's fair market value is compared to other homes that have sold recently in the area, similar to the home that you have under contract. It's completed by a licensed third party, also known as an appraiser, who will give an opinion of value of the home that you have under contract. The appraisal is an important part of the home buying and selling process, especially if you're obtaining a loan. Lenders rely on the appraisal to understand what the value of the home is to help them determine if they're lending the correct amount of money for the home you're trying to purchase, and to make sure they're not lending more than what the home is worth to protect their collateral, which is the home, as the lender. As a buyer, be prepared. In most cases, you're going to be paying for the appraisal out of pocket, and the cost for the appraisal could be around $600 or so. But typically, once you pass the inspection period and you decided that you want to move forward with purchasing the home, the lender will order the appraisal. However, you or the lender don't get to choose which appraiser goes out. They utilize a third party that they send out to the home to conduct the appraisal. So what's going to happen when the appraiser goes out to the home? The appraiser is going to take pictures and they're going to measure the property and they're going to check for upgrades and improvements. And then they'll put together a report of comparable homes in the area, similar to the home you're trying to sell or purchase, and come up with a fair market value. The appraiser will send the report to the lender as well as copy you and the underwriter, and the underwriter will check the value from the appraiser compared to the purchase price you offered on the home. If the appraisal comes back at or above the purchase price, everyone's happy, and the home buying process continues to move forward to closing. But what happens if the appraisal comes in low? Let's talk about the options for the buyer and seller with a low appraisal. Let's do some quick math. As the buyer, let's say you offered $400,000 on the home and you and the seller agreed on that purchase price in the contract. However, now the appraisal is back and the home only appraised for $390,000, which is $10,000 lower than the purchase price you both agreed to. So what are the options? If you didn't waive the appraisal contingency, as the buyer, you can ask the seller to lower the price to the appraised value of the home, which is $390,000. The seller could agree to come down on the price. If they agree, an addendum is written up and signed by both of you for a new purchase price, and everything keeps moving forward. Or the seller could say they're not coming down $10,000, but will meet you in the middle and come down $5,000. So new price would be $395,000, which means you have to come up with an additional $5,000 to make the deal happen. If you two agree, again, an addendum is drawn up, it's signed by both of you with the new purchase price, and the deal keeps moving forward. The other scenario could be the seller could tell you to go kick rocks and say, I'm not coming down on my price at all. Now, what if this is the situation? So what happens if that's the situation? You're going to have to come up with a whole additional $10,000. And if you don't have the whole $10,000 to cover the low appraisal, then you have the option to cancel the contract and get your earnest money back because you two couldn't come to an agreement. Plus, the lender is only going to give you a loan for the appraised value of the home. Now you know what an appraisal is and what your options are for a low appraisal. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home in North Phoenix, or the surrounding areas, and you have questions, I have answers. I'm Marvin, real estate broker with Night Owl Realty, where we're up all night closing the deal.